I'm still there.
And I will say, we will return momentarily. Remain vigilant. If anybody's coming with me, you can certainly speak up. If not, I'm just going to take her up to the room, put her, I guess, in a corner, and then try to block the window.
All right.
And I guess people can take actions while I'm doing this, if they so please.
Ruth is head for the stables.
Oh God.
All right. The female gnomes disappear in the. They back off and disappear in the alleyway. You no longer can have visual sight of them.
Wasn't headed in their direction anyway. I was just going straight for the stables.
All right.
Is anybody else doing anything?
I can't really do anything but guard the door.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, I mean,
I thought I was guarding the door.
You're guarding the back door.
Okay, I'm still guarding the door.
I'm just asking in case somebody wants to do something. I don't want to just hog the RP.
All the things I would love to do require spells that I don't have access to.
Yeah. I basically flip my bed up against the window, I suppose, to try to block it, and I try to wedge it, and I suppose I spend a couple minutes on that. And I will get my gear and my armor on, and I will try to make sure that there is nothing in the room for her to use to either hurt herself or free herself.
All right.
And assuming I can do all of that, I will leave her tied up. I'll test the ropes again. I guess I'll put a blanket down on the floor for her to rest on. And I will close the door behind me and lock it if it's lockable from the outside.
All right. She's seems to be calm. She's still acting like she doesn't know what's going on. Acting scared. Of course, she's all gagged and hog-tied and stuff.
If that's the case, I would very briefly explain what's going on again, but I'm not expecting her to be genuine. But just in case she is, I explain that and then leave.
All right.
So I head downstairs and say we must do something. I don't think these gnomes will recognize the danger, but perhaps they are obedient. And I guess, do we have any ideas how to deal with them? And where's Ruth?
Ruth went outside, looks like.
Oh no.
Did we have... That was funny. Ruth was going outside to do what?
She's going to the stables to defend the horses.
Okay, good. That's what I thought was
I
going to happen.
I think that's what she's doing anyway.
Did she say anything to anybody?
No,
She just said she was going to the stables.
Typed in chat.
It's in the chat.
She didn't say anything. When does Ruth say anything that she's doing?
She never says anything, dude.
Your reaction was funny.
Yeah, I know. I was trying not to be sarcastic. I mean, I really want to propose that we go out there, or we do something. But I don't want to be the only one driving this, because that has been an issue in the
I'm
past.
just being frustrated with it because as far as exorcism goes, all the spells that we would require to actually do anything about it are like 4th level plus
Yeah.
or 5th level plus. I don't have them.
I guess I would inquire with you, Alton, as to whether you still need to rest.
I'm fine as far as
Well-
spells go. I'm just kind of frustrated.
While digging through his pack, I do have a potion of protection from chaos. I don't know if that's any good in this situation.
I sense a distinctly evil presence here. Perhaps it would be best to save that.
The lowest level spell that's actually viable for exorcism is the spell evil, and you need to be a.
Wait, guys, wait. I have candles and chalk
Wait,
Yeah.
you're a 5th level
and
cleric, right?
oil.
Yeah. No, third level cleric.
Does that
yeah,
does
you
that
have to
mean
be a
anything in
5th
your
level cleric to get
religiousness?
spell evil.
Yeah, I mean, if nobody, I hate to keep asking, and since I guess nobody else comes up with, we should do something. We should at least secure the horses, and
Can we like roll knowledge religion to get circle of exorcismalness? Maybe.
that would be funny.
You know, like inverse demon something.
Sure, you can draw whatever you want on the floor.
I don't have that knowledge, so I wouldn't even try. But
You might summon something too.
yeah, that's true.
It's kind of a
I
random.
don't have
chance.
knowledge religion, so I'm not gonna try. I'm just mentioning
Klaatu,
I have these
Necktie,
materials.
yes.
throw in a
Kinda sad, though,
Cthulhu
'cause-
or two.
Magic Circle was actually on my list of spells to buy.
You have holy water,
but
maybe?
I was low on money and chose not to buy it.
No, I
So I
don't have
figured
holy
it will
water.
just never come up.
How does a cleric not have holy water? Oh, jeez.
You can make holy water if you have your holy symbol, but
Can I?
I think you can.
I think it's an innate cleric ability. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I will look at that while we do whatever it is we do. Bunko, what has been like? I think the thing throwing me off at least is what has been the reaction of all of the male gnomes outside. Like, are they literally all just kind of sitting there staring and stuff? Are they talking amongst themselves? Like, I think this is going to determine what we do.
They're doing all of that. I mean, they're not sure what's going on. They in general, I mean, you guys saved them, so they have some trust in what you guys are saying, but other than that, they don't believe anything is wrong, and so they're hinging on that trust that you guys earned, but so they're just standing around, just.
I am going to try to address them.
There you go. That's what I was about ready to do too. If you want.
Yeah, I'm going to. Now I am in my armor and everything, and I'm gonna walk in, and they're out front, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna go to the door to talk to them. I'm gonna make sure the other two follow me.
Okay.
And what is the name of this town?
Gnome Metropolis.
Citizens of Gnome Trop. No.
Yeah, that's what they called it. That's why I
That's what
asked.
My friends, I know this has been most disturbing, and you do not know what is going on. I am a cleric, and for some time since we have entered your village, I think we have all sensed that there's been something amiss. But tonight, I discovered that there was an evil presence among you. Perhaps that you did not know know yourselves, and perhaps that has been affecting you somehow. We do not know. The nature of this presence is still something of a mystery.
Well, the gnomes are starting to get a little rallied. One of the gnomes says, just let Jewel go. We need to get back to our work.
Jewel has been possessed, and I believe so have the other females. When you were in the cave with the goblins.
You weren't there. What are you
No,
even talking
no, I
about?
wasn't. But I have heard what my friends have had to say, and when you were there with them, you were separated from them for some time, and something was done to them. And right now, you are all in grave danger. There may be a way to save them, but you must believe me that at least Jewel, and I believe the others, are under the influence of some dark presence.
Jewel and the others have been with us for the last weeks now since we got out of the cave and everything, and we know Jewel. This is Jewel.
I'm making a
and
diplomacy
so
check.
I
mean that's literally what I'm trying to do. It's just I wanted to say something to justify it.
I'll speak up too and say, before we didn't have a cleric like this one, so we didn't know that they were under the effect of a spell or some kind of possession.
there's no possession going on here.
I've seen it myself.
We're just trying to make a home.
20.
Very good and fine, and we're not going to stop you from doing that. It's just we need to find out what's happening to at least Jewel and perhaps the others.
Why don't you do a diplomacy too?
Alrighty.
If we roll high and this doesn't affect anything, I think we can assume they're being affected.
All right.
Okay, so while he's doing the speech, I am going to summon a, well, like not there in February. I'm going to summon a Kore. It's a little pixie from the heavens that can become an incorporeal, invisible ball that emits a magic circle versus evil. It's going to fly over the crowd. They can't see it, so they may not even know it's there. But if they're under influence, any kind of mind-affecting spells or anything else that's being influenced by, it works just like that protection evil from spell, except it's a magic circle.
It's an AoE.
A much larger area.
Protection from evil.
Sphere.
Orb.
I guess. Orb.
Sphere?
Yeah, it's a. I think it's a radius.
Circle.
So it wouldn't be duration in terms of like a spell effect. It would be duration as long as they're within its radius.
Yes, it is only a 10-foot radius, but if there's a, I could at least slide over a chunk to see if they act differently or not.
All right.
I don't know how many are actually there, but
How big is this?
About 10. There's 2 inside.
it's a 10-foot radius square, so it's about 4 blocks across.
We still have the 2 males inside, 2 male gnomes inside, or not? Did you guys get rid of them while I was away?
I brought them with me.
Actually, it's
To where?
It's to be
Where
25
I was
feet
talking.
across because it's emanation from the creature touched.
So they're outside. Okay.
Yeah, they're like right at the entrance.
Gotcha. So all 12 are out there then.
Yeah.
But I can only do that for a minute and a half, so it had to be like during the speech.
So we're a distraction for the pixie.
Well, you can't see the pixie. It's an incorporeal ball
Gotcha.
in this form. Basically, a flying invisible magic circle at this point.
It's a protection from evil. How does that influence Isn't protection from evil just against evil?
Technically, evil would thus stop them from having outside mind influences from these creatures if such a thing is happening.
Yeah, it's something of a deceptive name. The first half of the spell deals with giving bonuses to saves applied, against evil creatures, but there is a second and third half of the spell. And the second or third section of the spell, and the second section deals with possessions and enchantments and mind controls, not necessarily linked with evil. It's just general. So if they were, just me reading this, if they were under the effect of an enchantment compulsion, an enchantment charm, a dominate person, any sort of possession or mental control like that, as long as they're within the radius of Alton's summons, and as long as Alton's summons is out, I think he said it was like 10 rounds or something.
Yeah, it'll last 7 rounds, so just over a minute.
Judging
There's also
by
the very last section. This second effect works regardless of alignments.
yeah, and judging by how my spell affected her, they would basically all be returned to normal for 10 rounds, presuming he didn't move the summons out, away from them.
Okay. So your pixie appears and
Well, it's invisible. But
invisible.
Actually, I'm sorry, it's not invisible. It is a ball of light at this point. Incorporeal ball of light, so you can't touch it.
Oh God, what does that do to the diplomacy check?
Okay, and what's this? So first
Oh, it was dark in here. He just lit it up a little bit.
first the pixies flying around the two male gnomes in the inn. Actually,
No,
there's
it's
three.
they came outside.
What was the radius on that? Alton?
Actually, no, I'm wrong. It can be completely invisible. It sheds light if it wishes to.
So what is the radius on its?
10
It's
feet.
it's a 10-foot emanation from it, so
Okay,
technically
so
counting
20
the square
feet.
it's in, it would be like 25 across.
Okay.
So presuming they're all clustered at the door listening to this speech, it could pretty much get all of them except for
Yeah, so,
whatever
yeah.
ones that are not
So it
there.
would fit probably like 25-ish if they were all right next to each other.
Okay. All right. Pixie flies around, and all of the male gnomes fall down unconscious.
Whoa.
I stop in the middle of doing anything, and I look around and I look over at the mage. I'm like, what have you done?
I applied the same effect that you did to her, but to them. But I did not think it would knock them out.
This will not last long. We
Tie him up?
yes, we
And
Search-
we have
I
now
don't know.
Search them
imprisoned
for-
all the gnomes that we rescued.
yeah search them for. We do not have long. Search them for weapons. Grab them, and
Alright,
try to
start searching.
restrain them.
Start searching as quickly as possible. How long do we have? A minute and a half, you said? Yeah, I'm not going to be able to tie up 12 in a minute and a half.
Yeah, hold those down that you cannot tie up.
Okay.
you guys
Who's
gonna tie
doing
too?
what?
I think. I mean, we're all
Quickly!
I think we're all
I
trying
don't think we have
to.
enough rope.
Well, I have rope on me, so depending upon who has rope on their character sheets, those people can tie up at
It's in
least
my wagon.
one person.
My rope's in my wagon.
Should I abandon my post at the door? Or...
Well, you're right there.
You're
yeah,
there.
I mean,
This
am
is
I
all
within
going-
reach of a gnome?
Ruth's
You're-
over
yeah.
by the.
You're in reach of 2 gnomes easily.
You're all all the gnomes are literally right where you are, Arthur.
Are we on another map other than the world, or are we?
No, there's
not?
no map.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, we're just.
All right. Well,
You were at the front door,
I reached
and
down
this all
and tied
occurred
one
at the
up
front
with
door.
my silk rope, but
Yeah, I tie one up like really quickly.
unfortunately, I don't have that skill. So this is gonna be fun.
Yeah. If anybody's got rope for me, I can tie one up.
Should it be required, I webbed a lot of them, but it will not only last a couple minutes.
As soon as you say that, I just step back and I say, "Everybody back, web them."
It's a good idea.
Okay, I cast web. It'll last for. Actually, it'll last an hour and 10. So
That's perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, I make sure everybody moves out of the way as soon as he says that, and
I stopped my pitiful attempt at tying a rope.
the web
You're
is
a horrible granny.
Arthur-
not.
Arthur looks
than
up-
our
Tied yourself
rope-tying
to them.
skills.
Arthur looks up and he's like, "Where does the bunny go?"
Okay,
All right,
so alternate
so
casting a spell, and
There is now a huge web in front of the inn entrance. I'm guessing Arthur moved out of the area of effect.
Nope. I'm at the door.
Okay, he's in the area of effect.
No, I as I said, everybody moved back, and it's just he's webbing the area where the gnomes are, so he can end it where
The gnomes are surrounded by Arthur, basically. So if you're going to
It's
cast
fine.
it,
Just do it.
Arthur needs to move, or he
it's
gets
fine.
stuck.
Arthur can
He's
probably
got a ways
easily,
to get out of there.
It's
Arthur.
All right.
It's a strength check to break the web.
Arthur,
Yeah,
just
it
move away for a few
I'm
seconds.
still attempting to tie up this gnome.
No, Arthur, and I
Just
push him.
cast.
I push him.
You
Like, I
attempt to
push him
push a
at-
2,000-pound
Yes,
centaur.
I do, because that 2,000 pounds is on 4 legs.
The fairy is about half depleted now.
Well, they're webbed now, right? Or you're webbing them.
They haven't webbed yet. There's a centaur
Oh.
in the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, Dory, make a strength check.
Dorian,
see this.
Make a strength check. What is his strength? His strength is actually 18. That's not too bad. Oh,
So I'm like putting my shoulders.
You kind of
like,
bounce
Arthur,
backwards off of it.
Arthur, go!
You kind of like wanders sideways at a leisurely pace. But I thought we were tying them up.
No,
I
Arthur,
thought-
just get out of the way.
Okay.
Alton is
going
going
to web
them.
them.
All right, so now we are all out of the way. I am assuming he's going to
Casting
Spider-Man them
spells.
to the ground.
Yes.
All right.
Words come out, seem to appear from his spell book, surround them all, and like congeal into fibers that bind them. Actually,
All right.
this is like in a hallway between buildings, right?
No,
No,
you're basically casting it on the front porch of the inn.
Okay, that's fine. It has to have like walls to stick to, or it doesn't work. That's why I'm asking.
Ground.
It
Well,
doesn't
they're
allow
all-
the ground. It's like a vertical blob of webbing. It only
Yeah,
even
well,
allows ground.
he himself said the front porch, so...
All right. So, yep. So they're all the web is cast. They're all sticked to it. What is Ruth doing?
Just guarding the stables, inside the stables.
I'll be right back.
With who on?
All right. Okay. So anything else with the fairy or?
Do we see the female gnomes? Do I see that? I was looking for them earlier.
No, you don't.
So they fled.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I look around and, taking like a basic head count, I say, I think we are only missing the 3 females from before. There's no telling where they are. We should try to find Ruth, but somebody should remain here to guard the prisoners.
I'll go find Ruth.
Very well, Zook. If you need aid, do you have any way of signaling?
I think I can get Recluset's attention,
I'll be further than 30 feet away from you, but
but I
Do you-
probably don't know that yet.
Do I see any form of light on your character?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
I guess
no. Or do you have a light source? Is that what you're asking?
yeah.
I've got a lamp.
Oh,
There we go. That'll work.
okay, never mind. I was gonna
Oh.
cast light on your rapier, but
I have an illuminating bow.
right, I will. I at
I
least
think-
will stay here.
I'm back.
I think I should search for one of the female gnomes.
Do you think that's wise to go by yourself? Does anybody wish to accompany her?
Fairy
Nice.
is about distinguished.
All right.
Just need to go put on my armor first.
I think I will stay here and keep an eye on them. And if someone wishes to stay back with me, we can attempt to fortify some place to hold them.
So who's going with me? After I change. Which takes, I think, what was it, 6 rounds? Doesn't take too long.
Okay, so we have a large mass of people webbed up. The 3 female gnomes are missing, I assume.
Yes. And I've suggested to go after them, try to find them. Be nice to have a tracker.
Perhaps you should go with Zook to find Ruth, see what's going on, and assuming she is okay, perhaps 2 of you could go and hunt down the gnomes. I believe you. I recall you saying excellent tracker herself, and she is familiar with the area.
Yes, and my guess is that she went to the animals.
Okay, before
Knowing
everyone
her.
splits up, I have 2 web scrolls and 2 grease scrolls to give out if they would become necessary.
Are those only arcane?
I think
can
so,
use them.
yes.
I can use it.
All right. I don't think I can. I only have the ability to cast divine
Yeah,
spells.
I couldn't prepare them as divine scrolls anyways.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll take
So-
one.
There's 1 each.
I'd take
They're
one.
3rd caster level. They won't last nearly as long as mine will, but they'll still last like 30 minutes.
What's your spellcraft level? Or use magic
The
device?
saving throw
Zook?
on them would be
It's an 8.
the grease
Mine's a
scrolls
10.
would be DC.
DC what?
The grease scrolls are DC 18 and the webs are DC 19.
Oh, alrighty. Well, I got 10 and use magic.
Well, I'm saying those are when they actually get cast. Those are the saving throws for the spell effects. As far as casting the scroll goes, they're level 1 and level 2 respectively.
Oh, so that's much lower.
Okay.
I think that's do I have scrolls on here? Use scroll is 20 plus scroll level, so 21 actually.
Is it spell level of the scroll or
Yeah,
is
scroll
caster
spell
level of
level.
the scroll?
Scroll spell level.
Yeah, so the 1 and 2.
Okay. And the 1 is a web,
The web is 2. The grease is 1.
so it'd be 22.
Yikes.
Yep, got less than a 50% chance.
All right. So, who is staying at the inn, and who is going?
I mean, I suppose I can go. I'm quite faster than a lot of you. I cover more ground,
I think we need somebody to.
but I can't track.
I think we need
They
somebody
can't
to
see in the
watch
dark.
the horses and the
I
wagon.
can see in the dark.
So that would be probably the best guarded by you, Arthur, and then Zook, Ruth, and myself can look for the gnome women.
Yes. If there was anybody who I believe could survive out there themselves, it would probably be you, Arthur. If you wish to guard the stables.
All right.
If you
I shall
feel it
guard
is,
the stables then.
if you feel it is untenable, you could perhaps lead them back here, and we could just tie them up outside the inn.
Very well then.
Alton, are you staying here?
I will go if whoever needs, or I will stay here if we need someone to stay.
I don't think we should have anybody alone.
Yes, I
If you
concur.
could stay here, I will.
Except for
I will.
Arthur. He
I
can be
will-
low.
I will stay at the front of the inn and guard those we have webbed. If you want to go inside and check on the other prisoner, and then perhaps
As a side note, has anyone checked pockets of the other one? Perhaps there was a token of some sort that she was given that is a focus of this session.
Yes, I searched her. She had nothing on her.
Very well.
If you would go check on her and then perhaps see what you can do to secure the doors and the windows downstairs at least, that would be of great help. I will watch the front of the inn.
I will do what I can to secure it. Man, I wish I had wall of ice right now.
Or maybe a hammer and nails.
Yeah, but the wizard carpentry. Yeah.
Yeah. You're smart though. You know things about leverage and things. You can surely come up with a way of jamming a door.
Yeah, I tell Arthur, I say, we'll be coming with you, Arthur, to the stables. That's where I think Ruth might have gone off to.
All right. Good luck. If anyone should need help, try to signal, and this would definitely be the fallback point. We will try to get things ready here.
Alrighty.
If anyone's curious, that's what I summoned.
But we didn't see it.
Yes, but that's what it would normally look like.
It's
Gotcha.
so cute.
Yes. Alrighty, so Zook and Reclusette and Arthur, we all head to the stables, and Durian and Alton are at the inn. And that's what we do, I guess.
All right. So the gnomes wake up and are now pissed off that they're glued to the web, and so they are becoming increasingly hostile.
Well, pissed off is a better condition than subservient, which they were before.
Yeah. Please remain calm. You will be released shortly.
Remain calm.
I'm sorry that we had to do this to you, but you seem to be under the effect of some demonic being or some sort.
All right. So then the people that went to the stable, you catch up with Ruth and see her guarding the horses.
Aha! That's right. Here she is. I know you too well, Ruth dear. Seems I think we need to find those other gnome women. They ran off, and I believe we need to track them down.
Okay. Ruth leaves.
Well, Zook and I will be coming with you, dear. Arthur will stay here and guard the animals.
Yep, I shall watch over them.
Bring Juan. Juan can probably sniff them out.
Oh yeah, Juan's coming.
All right. So
I let her know that we have some web spells too that we can possibly use to entrap the female gnomes if we run into all of them.
so you guys pick one of the alleys that you saw one of the female gnomes at before. One follows the scent, but then hits a dead end. He seems to not know where it went.
Look around for any marks or any other traces.
You don't see anything. You don't see anything worth noting of any passing through, anything.
So
Can
this
do
is a lot
a-
like when those guys disappeared from the last dungeon, huh?
Do a tracking. Okay. You do notice what looks like a area of the ground which is void of loose dirt, looking like it was pushed away.
Well, definitely go inspect that. See if there's any trapdoors or such.
You look around, and what it looks like is like a gust of air or something like that might have blew out the loose dirt in this area.
I look up. Do I see anything in the sky?
Nope.
In the night sky?
You just see stars.
Well, that's good. At least it's a clear night instead of raining or foggy.
So she may have grown wings and flown away.
So Alton goes to check on Jewel. Upon checking on Jewel, he finds an empty rope and a
wonderful.
gag.
Durian, she's gone.
What was that, Elton? I yell up. I assume he has to come to a window since I'm out front.
Oh, you're out front. I thought you were in like the front room. I come to the room and Jewel's gone. She's not there. There's just a rope.
I made sure that was secure myself. She should have only gotten one check.
She must have rolled a 20!
Is there any sign of where she went?
Alton can do a spot.
Right. Spot. About that. God, I hated cross-class skills so much.
Spot doesn't need
Wow, I rolled well.
Yeah, wow. Lucky you.
You spot that it looks like the window of the room was opened and then closed.
Right,
It's,
the one I'm leaning out of.
It's no longer locked, but it was supposed to have been sealed so that it wouldn't alert you right away.
I will
Did
mention,
the rope appear untied or broken?
Untied.
I will mention that I specifically flipped the human-sized bed up against the window.
It is now, the human-sized bed is no longer against the window. It is alongside the side of the wall.
And we didn't hear anything. Well, this is not good.
Definitely not.
I think it would be best for you to come down and we'll watch over these. Maybe come help me try to figure out what we should do with them when your spell wears off while we wait for the others.
Very well, I'll be down momentarily. Back down, I guess.
Meanwhile, in the alleyway. Right.
In the alleyway, you guys are looking at the sky.
I am. What do the rest do?
It's a beautiful night.
Looking at the sky.
Oh, like they flew away. Where are they? Yeah, the sky is still there.
No, I'm looking at somewhere besides the sky. I'm looking
okay.
elsewhere to see if anything else was missed.
No, nothing was missed. It's the alleyway just looks normal. Everything that we said before about the dust being sprayed. Nothing in the sky.
Just diamonds.
I suggest we check the other ones. Do all the tracks lead to this spot, or just the one?
Just one.
Okay.
They were in separate alleys.
So yeah, don't mind checking another alley myself.
All right.
If that's what you want, I'll help. I think it's a waste of time.
Just in case.
I'll do it.
So do a tracking on both alleys.
Ooh. Oh.
All right.
If I wanted to do a check to know if this is more characteristic of demonly or ghostly possession, what would I roll both or?
Both knowledges, you mean? Or
I have
How do you-
knowledge planes and knowledge religion, so
You want to do what again?
I want to roll a check to see if it's more characteristic of ghostly or demonic possession.
If he's with me, I can certainly help, given that I am a cleric.
You would probably do demonic.
religious. Knowledge religion, then.
Well, knowledge
Both of you
religion is
have.
explicitly undead. Demonic is knowledge plane.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Do you have that, Durian?
Yes, not nearly
You
as
have knowledge
high,
planes?
but I have
Okay.
1 point in it.
I have plus 10 on knowledge of the planes and can get plus
Wow.
15.
Holy crap. Do that, then.
Which is nothing compared to my knowledge arcana, which is plus 20.
I think in that case, I'll help by rolling religion just to see if anything comes to mind. Like, that's my field of expertise.
At 20, 35.
Whoa. You know the exact demon's name who is doing this.
Nat 1, 7.
You notice they are alive.
Durian's like, this does not seem like it is real.
All right. So, Alton believes that it doesn't seem to be possession, but it does seem demonic.
They are demons themselves.
You don't have that much to go on, is why I have to be vague, even though you did a nat 20.
I'm assuming you're sharing this with me.
This does not seem to be characteristic of possession, though demons do seem to get foot.
Did you run
about
into anything during your travels that would lead you to believe there might be some demonic presence at work here?
I have not seen it myself, though being of the Conjuration Guild, they do sometimes dabble in that sort of thing. I tend to avoid it, but such things are known to occur.
And there was nothing at the cave or involved with the gnomes at all? You said they were simply just captured by
The
goblins.
gnomes were more dealing with orcs and the like. There was a... We never saw it, did we?
You heard about it, though.
We were told that there was a reaver on the same floor that we had to sneak in and rescue these from. They tend to be associated with the lower planes, though they are constructs themselves.
And you never saw this great entity? You simply managed to walk out with the prisoners?
One of our companions, who was it? Ice went and gave it, or was it Ruth?
It was actually Yoshiro and Ruth.
Right, my bad. Sorry. Our companion Yoshiro and Ruth, who is, I believe, with the horses at the moment, were the ones who snuck in and rescued them from under the I want to say beast, but it's not a beast. They're like under the contraption's nose.
Well, perhaps your escape was not so one-sided as you might believe.
So it would seem.
Well, do you have any ideas what we should do with these? Perhaps with some distance, it seems like they have fled. These gnomes at least will return to normal, but I don't think we can take the chance. And it doesn't look like this web can last forever.
No, within the hour it will fade away. But they themselves may be completely innocent. They seem to have been influenced from an outside force, but I have little that I can do to prevent such an influence from returning. Other than their own will saves, which doesn't help me.
Has there been any change in behavior from the gnomes at all since, like, my character doesn't know this, but since the females have fled?
They woke up pissed because they're stuck to a web.
I asked them about how they are feeling. Other than I understand that you are most obviously pissed at me, but do you feel like the need to get back up and start working all of a sudden? This seemed to be all you cared about not less than 10 minutes ago.
What are you screaming?
I'm pretending I'm the gnomes.
You're yelling at the gnomes?
No, I'm pretending I'm the gnomes, yelling at Alton, talking.
So, do they answer?
Some of them want to go back to work, and some of them want to sleep.
Like normally sleep, or like fall asleep, unconscious asleep.
Fall asleep.
So they all just want to go back to work, basically. But
Well-
otherwise can't.
Well,
I think
half of them do.
I think there is nothing we can really do for them. I say we leave them how it is, and we wait for the others. We'll see if the other females have fled, like the one upstairs. I don't know that we can do any more for these.
Okay. I would like to consult my knowledge of the planes on creatures that could influence the minds of large quantities of other creatures.
Didn't you already do that?
I consulted it based upon possession, but it was told that it was not possession, and that was it.
Okay.
While flipping through his tome, better roll this time. Only a 5. Still 20 though.
You were researching what?
What creatures could cause such mass mind influence? That seems to be occurring.
Well, there's several demons that would be.
Yeah, I'm sure there are quite a few demons who have mind control, but
I mean, beholders, everything like that.
holders aren't demons.
Well, they're outsiders.
Beholders are actually aberrations, I think.
No, I think they're outsiders.
Be wrong. I haven't actually looked up beholders ever.
But what it's sort there are quite a few demons that have those kind of powers, but also referencing that they look like gnomes and not demons. Succubus comes to mind.
I shall whisper to Darian that I believe this could be the work of Succubi of the lower planes.
That could make sense. As such, maybe they're not exerting control over these fellows so much as have them under their thrall.
Oh, see, they have them by the D. No, not going.
So what are the people in the streets doing?
Well, we're looking. While they're doing their looking around for the woman, I think we're searching the other alleyways. There was a roll for that for 17 and 34. I suggest when we start going off that we check the eaves and roofs and what we can see up above us more so than at ground level, or just as much as ground level, just in case there's something flopping or flying around us.
All right. Let's see, who's in the group entirely? It's Ruth, you,
And
Arthur.
No,
I'm in the
Arthur's
stable.
stable.
You're you're protecting part. Okay. All right. So how about have Zook and Ruth do a spot check.
Not me.
You're a human.
Pro further away. I do have a light source. I have my illuminating bow. Just FYI.
Right.
Unless they want me to turn it off and just guide me around.
Okay. How about you three and Arthur do a listen check?
Oh, listen. Not so good.
All right. All right. So, Ruth hears some giggling. It sounds like between 2 and 5 things giggling. It's very hard to tell what direction, other than it doesn't seem to be nearby.
Does one hear it?
You can roll one's listen check, I guess.
Yeah, he's going deaf.
So yeah, just Ruth here.
Move out of the alleyway to the clearest spot I can find, and then try and listen again. See if I can pick up a direction.
All right.
Even if it is straight up.
Turn to see and go, what the hell is she doing?
It will be sort of penalized with the noise that the pissed off gnomes are making.
Okay, open area away from the gnomes. I'd want to do that anyway.
All right.
I follow Ruth, I guess, and tell Zook to come with us if he wants to.
All right. Do a spot check too. Everybody can. Ruth and Recluse and Zook and. Do a listen check too, Zook. Arthur hears the flies.
Jesus, yeah, 89. It was a 1 though.
Okay. So, it sounds like there's some giggling in one of the top floors of one of the buildings across the street from the inn.
I didn't see anything with my 24.
You notice that one of the windows seems slightly open.
In this building across from what was it across from again?
The inn.
Oh, from the inn, okay. I know, I mentioned the others. Was that window open before?
There's giggling coming from there.
Really?
I think we know where they are.
Alrighty. Should we go grab Arthur and try to... Or should we take them ourselves?
I'd go tell Durian and Alton to.
I don't know, I think we're the best at sneaking up on them, us three.
Yeah, but well, if you think you can web them before they fly out of there.
I don't think we really want to take them by ourselves. If they decide to fight instead of flee. And if they are well, we don't know they're succubi. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we have no idea. We just think they're...
We just think they're
Gnomes with wings now.
We're just like confused how they got up there. Okay, never mind.
That's good. You don't even know Jules gone from the house.
We think there are only 3 of them there.
Yeah, I would think that we just...
Depending upon if you were close enough to actually hear Alton's yelling down to Durian.
Well, we probably did hear that.
I mentioned to Ruth, I said, is there some kind of thing you can do to sneak up there really quiet like and see inside and get some scouting done?
Yeah, I can go up there without any noise.
And then come back and tell us what you see as opposed to just going off on your own.
But I don't see any point to it. Going up there, seeing that, oh, yes, they're there, and come back down. When we're already pretty sure they're there.
They're giggling about something. I hope it's just them then, if you want to chance that. I don't want them giggling because they took somebody hostage or something. We don't see...
Even though it's
the
outside
others.
of distance, I don't know my distance on this yet, so I attempt my telephone call to reset.
Okay. I answer.
You're within 30 feet of me?
Yeah, we're all
Oh, that's right,
whispering
you're with
together.
me. I'm sorry. Wrong person.
Yeah, so do you want to do that or not?
Negative.
Okay.
Never mind. Never mind.
I'm standing right next to you. Put
I'll
down
check
the
who-
cell phone.
I lose track of
This would be
who's here.
super secret to Ruth.
Do you see that booger in her nose? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Oops.
All right, so
He's just itching to try it.
what do you guys do?
Is Ruth gonna go check it out, or should we all go together?
Let's
I
all
guess
go.
I'm waiting for her, or see if she waits for us.
I'm ready to go all together.
Let's go.
Alrighty, we all go.
Moving silently.
Of course.
Yes.
So you probably need that roll, right?
No.
Well, if you really,
I'll just put up my little circle of silence.
Oh, that works too.
Well, I have a 16 and move silently, so I think I'm okay.
Well, I've got a 7, so I would need probably the most help, but 7 is not bad, but it's not great either. It's nothing like 16.
But if you prefer to move silently, I'll give a roll instead.
Doesn't matter to me.
At least this way you wouldn't have to worry about me taking it down so you can cast spells.
I start moving silently towards the windowed building thing across from the inn. Can we see Durian and Alton, by the way? They're inside and they close all the
No.
windows and everything.
they're up.
Yeah.
They're up in the room right now.
Oh, yeah,
no,
that's right.
no, we're actually out front.
Oh yeah, you came and checked on the.
Yeah, I'm standing near where the gnomes are, so he came out to me.
So can we see them? Or better yet, I think Arthur can see us, but I don't know if Durian can see us.
I don't know. Can I see them?
If
You said you had a lamp, Recluse.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
got an illuminating weapon, so.
if you guys are on the porch now, I thought you guys were up. In
No,
the,
we're out. You said it's
I'm-
across from the
I'm
inn,
talking about
so-
Alton and.
No, I specifically said that I wasn't leaving the
Yeah,
gnomes.
Durian was down on the porch, and after I found Jewel was missing, I went down to him.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. So yes, you do see them approaching the building across the street quietly. Of course,
I turn
you
off
do-
my bow light coming towards the building.
I-
Of course, when I'm moving
If I
silently.
see
Is there a
them,
back way?
I walk over to them and inform them of what we
I
discussed.
put my hand on his shoulder and stop him, and I say, "Alton, they don't look in their direction. They seem to be on the prowl."
Yes, there's windows in all of these houses. Ethan.
Say you see how they are crouched down. That it looks as though they are hunting. Let us not give them away.
With a light on?
He
I
said
turned
that
it off.
it was off.
You see it
Oh,
turn off.
right. I thought we were just discussing how there was a light and we could see them.
Yeah, and then after a moment, it turns off, and Arthur can see us like kind of sneaking over towards the building because we're doing that discussion while you guys are finishing out yours. So we're kind of up on time together.
So then the centaur joins the move silently group.
Oh yeah, no, he's over. Never mind, Alton, not Arthur.
I was gonna say Arthur begins making his way towards you.
No. Oh, can he see us too? Jesus
I don't know.
Christ!
Yeah, it's
Oh,
he's the stable's basically right next to the place.
Yeah, don't picture like
Okay.
a town with a bunch of buildings. At least that's not what I'm getting. It's
Yeah.
like they only have a few right now.
This is
They're-
like a town in the westerns where you have like a main
Gotcha.
street and stuff. Yeah.
Arthur goes, "What are these guys doing?" and starts walking that way.
Oh god.
Oh, great. Cloppity clop. Really? Well, he
Did
can
you
see
find
us
it?
crouching down and sneaking towards
He's
the building.
got freaking dark vision.
I got dark
I
vision.
know. That's what I'm saying. He's clopping up on us while he's seeing us crouch down and sneak
Well, I
towards the
can.
building.
I guess I could clop slowly. Well,
Clop.
I mean, here,
Clop.
here. Let me make a move silently. Let's
Look
see,
at
what
the
do I
bright
have in
side. At
that?
least it's dirt and not cobblestone,
Move
right?
silently.
It's like +2 or
I
something.
have a 1.
Oh, there you go. Even
But
better.
he gets a nat 20.
Yeah.
He'll need a nat
Those little
20.
those little booties we made for him, he put on when he went out there, right?
14. That's not terrible.
Yeah, the one with the bad ear doesn't hear you.
So the everybody do a listen check.
Everybody?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Totally got that. Aced it.
I got the exact same thing I rolled earlier.
Right. All right. Right. So you guys approach the party. Half the party approaches the front door of the inn, or the house across the street.
Yes, the three of us are approaching that.
All right.
We don't hear anything.
Nope. You guys, it does have a wood porch. You'll have to do another move silently on that.
I will specifically wait out off the porch on the dirt and watch for what they do when they get to the door.
All right. Ruth and Zook managed to get up onto the porch. The door is closed. All right. Ruth opens the door. Inside is a small living room area with some stairs going to the second floor.
Headed up.
All right. Ruth's going up. Zook, here's going up too. All right. You go up the stairs. Reclusette, you're still outside on the porch?
Yeah, I know it outside.
Near the porch?
Keeping an eye on the window as much as I can, even though I probably can't see too far. And I'm listening carefully for any kind of commotion.
All right. Zook and Ruth reached the top of the landing on the second floor. There's a small walkway with 3 doors that are closed.
Which one corresponds with the window we were looking at before?
If you there's one room it looks like is in the back portion of the house. Another room looks like it's on the back right corner of the house, and the other one looks like it's in the front right corner of the house. And the doors. The windows that you can see across from the inn are the one in the front.
Okay, try to quietly crack open each door as we come to it and peek inside.
You're having a problem opening the door, like it is being jammed by something.
Yeah, I didn't try hard.
Which door did you try that one? The far back one?
It'd be the closest one. It'd be the very
Okay.
first door we came to.
We couldn't tell which one belonged to the windows. I thought he said we could.
What was that?
We could not tell which door belonged to the windows?
By the setup of what you guys see inside, it looks like there's a door going to, it looks like bedrooms or something like that. There's two basically on each corner in the back of the house, and then one in the front corner of the house. You guys are right now trying to open the door to the front corner of the house.
Okay. So we did try the one for the windows, just what I thought.
Yeah, the door won't open easily.
The door will not open.
It's not locked, it's just jammed.
So the knob turned, but it didn't move when you went to push on it a little bit.
It moved slightly, but there's something blocking it.
Ruth will shrug to Zook, let him have a chance at it while she tries to think of something.
I will cast open close on the door and see if I can open it.
Does that work on only locked doors?
Its target is you can open and close your choice a door, chest, box, window, bottle, barrel, perch, pouch, or other container. If anything resists activity, if anything resists
Yeah,
activity.
it would fail then.
I thought it says 30 pounds. I thought I could exert 30 pounds of force without making noise. But in addition, smoking oil. Thanks for my list. Okay, well, I've got to learn to read the entire description. Never mind.
All right. So you guys stand in front of a jammed door or a blocked door. There are two other doors, but they are in the back portion of the house.
I see if I can hear the giggling from behind the door that's jammed.
All right. Sounds fairly quiet.
Might as well try the other doors while we're here.
Yeah, let's go try the other ones for a moment.
Go to the next.
All right.
Yep, padding along on my bootless feet.
Okay. So which one do you try? The left or the right back ones?
Left.
Left. Yep.
All right. You turn the knob, and it seems to open fairly easy. Are you peeking in, or are you opening the door?
Just
I'm
peeking.
All right. You peek in, and it indeed looks like a bedroom. You're not able to see much of the room because you're peeking.
But don't see any activity at all.
No. You can do a listen.
Not as good. Ruth, on the other hand.
All right. You don't hear anything particular. Just the faint murmurs of pissed off gnomes.
Okay, just shrug and open the door. What's in there?
You open the door and Ruth, do a reflex. All right.
What about? Do I need to do one too?
No, she's the first in. So you open the door and immediately see a heavy object fall from the doorway, but you manage to dodge out of the way. The object is just a iron skillet.
But it made a nice crashing sound.
Play.
Yeah. You can roll listen. You don't hear anything. All right.
I turned to look behind us while after hearing that, make sure we didn't alert anybody.
You look behind you and don't see anything.
You stuck to
Do we hear anything coming from that room behind us? The locked one.
Barred. It's not really locked.
Right, blocked one.
No, you don't.
Okay.
So inside this room, it's just a bedroom. You're wondering why there was an iron skillet above the doorway, being it's a bedroom and those things belong in kitchens. But you do notice that the window is slightly ajar.
I go look out the window.
See Arthur on the ground floor.
Look out the window and you just see another building across the way, pretty much blocking any kind of sight, but you don't see anything up in the roofs, in the windows, down below on the ground. Nothing looks...
Do I see anything up in the sky?
Yes, Arthur is now next to you, Recluse. No, you don't see anything down on the ground or in the sky.
I look back at Ruth and just shake my head, indicating I didn't find anything.
I whisper semi-loudly to Recluse, "Why is everybody being so sneaky?"
Zook.
Keep it down.
Ruth's eyes are starting to narrow, and she's getting this grimacing scowl on her face.
Okay, I talk back to Arthur and say, "Shh, keep it down. Zook and Ruth went inside, and I think there's something inside there."
Arthur attempts to keep it down despite having humongous lungs.
All right.
Okay, let's try the last door. What the hell? Before Ruth loses it.
All right. Who opens the door?
Ruth.
All right.
Does
Ruth
get a +1 to reflex it because she's expecting another falling item?
Ruth opens the door and do a reflex.
Can she attempt to grab it while it's falling? Oh, that's not very good for that.
You failed your reflex.
It's great with D6s.
So you open the door and some objects fall from the above the doorway, and this time it's eggs. You receive no damage, but you have
stifles
egg
laughter.
all over your face.
considering he knows it annoys Ruth more than it would him, just because of her character. He stifles laughter.
Inside, the room looks identical to the other one. Has a window looking out. Is slightly ajar also. Nothing special.
And I assume if I look out this window, I will see the same nothing.
You may assume.
Okay, I go look out this window too then.
All right, you look outside and you see nothing.
Well, hopefully not nothing.
It's the nothing.
All right,
Ruth will walk out of the room
Ruth walks out of the room.
and
Nice.
down to the barred one.
Walks or moves silently?
Walks.
Oh, fun.
She's annoyed.
Uses the pommel of her knife and knocks loudly on the door.
It.
Do I hear that?
Yes, you hear that.
I turn on my light bow then.
All right. Your light bow lights up the
Outside
out
the front.
alleyway. What are the people in the inn doing?
Waiting on the porch.
Yeah, I think depending on if Alton agrees with this, we're probably sitting there wondering what the hell's going on across the street, but knowing that we're definitely still supposed to be here guarding the prisoners.
Well, effectively, we seen them go into a house, right? The light went off, so
Yeah,
and Arthur went with them.
and I guess we're probably just talking about like what we should do in terms of with these gnomes, and that's probably it. Like we're trying to formulate something. And like Durian at least is on guard and waiting. If something happens untowards in the house across the street, he would come running, but he hasn't seen anything yet to make him do that.
All right. So, so Ruth is outside the front top bedroom.
Yeah.
All right. With a knife in the door.
And it sounds like
No.
she's screaming.
She had knocked on the door with the pommel of her knife.
Okay. Nobody answers.
And she had yelled out, "Open up, freaks! Rent is due!"
Nobody answers.
Recluse, did you hear that?
I
Kind of odd.
probably did. Yeah. What the hell's going on in there?
Ruth's having an episode.
Yeah, exactly.
I push on the door to open it, seeing if it will move, if it was stuck or barred.
All right. It's
Or just being gentle.
yeah. It requires a little bit of muscle, but you are able to push open the door. You find that there was an
Dresser?
object, like a dresser, an object that was against the door. A single paper falls from the doorway.
I pick up the paper and attempt to read it, assuming it's in a language I can read.
It is not in a language. It is a drawing of two gnomes that look like cartoon characters, but they look very silly. And one is making eggs with an iron cast skillet.
I smirk and hand the paper to Ruth.
There's nothing else in the room?
Ruth looks at
I
it,
assume
hands the paper back to
I assumed
Zook,
there was nothing
and then
else
storms
in the
back
room.
to go get the skillet.
I assumed that you would have told us if anything else was in the room.
In the room is it just looks like another bedroom.
So I follow Ruth back out and head down the stairs.
Ruth went to go get the skillet.
Yeah, I know she did.
Yeah,
follow
she'll follow
Ruth.
Zook downstairs after she
Yeah.
gets the skillet.
And I go to Arthur and Reclusette and tell them that I think we're being played with. and
Ah,
and I think we are amusing our quarry, and hand them the paper.
they're toying with us, eh?
Yeah, they found our efforts rather amusing.
Alrighty, let's go back and let Dorian and Alton know.
So the some of the gnomes are now breaking free of the web.
Wasn't that spell supposed to last an hour and a half?
They can do
strength check to get
saves.
out.
It's a DC 20 strength check to break the webbing.
How many checks do they get? Isn't it?
One around if they try to actually get out.
All right. If any are getting out, what exactly is their manner? Are they still like in this kind of passive aggressive tone, like, we're really annoyed with you, but we're somewhat enchanted and we just want to go back to work?
Or are they like really mad?
Yeah.
They're mad.
Okay. Is any of our party right next to the gnomes that are?
Yeah. Alton and myself.
Okay. After I come over to y'all and ask you to step back, and in the center of their, well, our, what was it, 12 gnomes?
Yeah.
12
Yeah.
gnomes, approximately, we would say, in general level 1 and 2 at most. How many we're starting to break free?
About, we'll say 4 right now.
Okay. I see the gnomes that are starting to break free and cast sleep in their middle. Assuming they were together. Or were they together, I guess I should ask.
Yeah, they're all together.
No. Was the 4 that were breaking free together, or were they at 4 corners of the group?
They're in the same proximity, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I cast sleep on them.
What's your radius on that?
It's 10 foot, I think.
That should get a lot of them.
Goes
Alright.
with lowest HD first.
Yeah, but I'm focusing specifically on the ones that are the center of it on the waking up, hoping to get them first. I know it does lowest HD, that's why I'm not doing the center of the group.
Yeah, gotcha.
And it is a 10-foot radius burst, 100 foot plus 10 foot level range.
Alright. One of the 4 fall asleep. A couple of the other ones that are in the web fall asleep.
Okay.
So you have 3 gnomes that are still awake and unstickied.
Well,
It's only, and just that only lasts since I'm level 7, that only lasts 7 minutes. But it would give us time to time back up.
is this the sort of angry that they're gonna get up and start coming after us, or is it just they're really irate? Because before, when you were describing them, even after they woke up, they were still pretty passive in terms of why are you doing this? We want to go back to work.
Yeah. But being stuck in a web and preventing them to going back to work has been increasingly pissing them off to the point of what they are now.
Okay, I guess the question is, are they fighting mad or not fighting mad?
They're not fighting mad, but they're more of get the hell out of mad.
Got it.
So, has everybody joined us by this point?
I'm unsure what's going on right now, to be honest with you. I mean,
Well, we attempted to go find the giggling, only to be
yeah, I
left
got
in
that far,
in
but
our
where are we
dust,
at
and then
at this point?
knocked a few gnomes out put them to sleep.
I believe you guys are across the street at that house, and then Zook just casted sleep on some of the gnomes. So you guys are basically in talking distance from everybody. So
Come here. We need to decide what to do. We have troubling news. I
Alright,
guess
Arthur
I
trots
stepped
over,
back.
and he's still putting all this down to extremely odd behavior as far as human customs are consumed, but this is gnome land, so he's not sure.
Friends, I have been consulting my tomes. Everything I've seen, it seems to not have much to do with possession. I suspect that demons are at work. From everything I've seen, succubuses seem likely.
Yeah, that would make some sense considering that when we went to go track down the female gnomes, they managed to vanish from whatever room we searched them, and then they seem to be making fun of us. And I hand over my little paper, so they seem to be amused at our quandary.
So we didn't bring back gnomes. We brought back Succubi.
So it would seem.
It would appear so. Whatever they are, they're definitely not gnomes because they got out of rooms they were in rather easily. I assume that Arthur did not see anything fly out of the window as we busted
I
the door
was
open.
not told so.
In this universe, because I know this is handled differently in different games and whatnot, are succubi like creatures in and of themselves, or are they
their own
demonic spirits who possess people?
Cloud.
Because it's different according to different lore.
they are themselves.
Okay.
They're demons that can shape change.
So I believe this this means that the rest of your female compatriots, Ruth, are dead.
Already got there.
I see she doesn't look too broken up about this.
Thanks for connecting the dots there.
Well, they could have been possessed.
Technically, yes.
I step back from the webs, and I still have my sword out, but I'm not like brandishing it at any of them. And I say, I think we have little recourse here. There's nothing we can do that I know of, unless we have some way of hunting down these demons. We should leave.
So you want to just leave the males to be their slaves and servants?
Well, you said it yourself that you were not able to find them, and as I said, unless we
asking, it's quite unlike what I've only known you for a short time, but it's just surprising me that you would suggest such a thing.
If you would
that's
let me
all.
explain, and as I said before, unless we have someone who can find them, staying here would only mean us getting into an inevitable confrontation with those that these demons have enthralled, and thus their death. So while I would not prefer to leave them as they are, I think it would be better than killing them outright.
Why don't we take the male gnomes with us? Tie them up and take them with us, and that will draw out these succubus, and we can kill them at our leisure.
There are only 12 of them. We should be able to fit them in, at least half of them in the wagon.
They got another wagon here we could use.
Okay.
We left one with them.
Maybe if we move them some distance, the effects will lessen, or like Recluset says, we'll draw out the evil creatures and be able to kill them.
We will have to be careful about how we do this. It would not look good for someone to come upon us with 12 gnomes tied in the back of our wagon. I think we should probably take them out into the wilderness instead of onto the road, and that would probably lure, if they were to come, the succubi out into the open.
That would seem likely. They are a bit covetous. They probably would not like having their servants or playthings taken from them.
All right, so we begin tying these gnomes up with actual rope.
Once again.
Yeah, sighing.
It could be hard when they're struggling with webs.
Well, some of them are coming undone, so it's going to be a few at a time.
Gotcha. We can probably use Arthur at our advantage to at least hold him down while I tie him.
Oh,
up
I
or
could
something.
grapple them. I've already displayed my rope tying skills to be rather inadequate for this purpose.
So
Arthur grabs him, recluse, ties
You
him up.
hold, I tie. We just gotta hope we can have enough rope for all 12 of them.
We certainly do. I have like 60 feet.
So we are now about to abduct the gnomes that we rescued.
Arthur,
So it would seem.
as
Yeah.
I explained, unless we wish to leave them here for in bondage or kill them, we will have to take them with us. I myself do not have the powers to break the hold of these demons.
Oh, my kingdom for a dismissal.
So the ones that are breaking out, we Arthur manhandles or Centaur manhandles, and
I sit on them, yes? No, I'm just kidding. That would really hurt.
and we get Ruth and probably Reclusette to tie them up while the rest of us kind of guard.
Ruth has no skill at that at all.
Well, Ruth could help by bringing her 100 feet of rope or whatever.
Yeah, I suggest I tie him up individually, both hands and feet,
Yeah.
and gag them, and then tie them all up together afterwards with the remaining piece of like 50-foot rope or something.
So if they all fall down a cliff, or if one falls down a cliff, they all fall
go
down.
together.
They all fall.
Exactly. Their demise will be tied to each other's fate.
All right, so this is what we do. I
So
say
we
maybe
are-
someone should get the wagon.
So
We shouldn't stay here tonight.
Our goal, to be clear though, is to eventually fight these creatures. Correct?
Either fight them or get these poor men away from them so much that they break
Yes.
their hold.
Confirmed.
Either way.
Okay. In that case, I turn and in a loud voice proclaim that you may have evaded us, but you will no longer torture these. They will be going with us now, whether you will it or not. If you wish to stop us, you can try.
I haven't
Bitches.
been tied him up yet, dear.
This is
So
actually
do I need
tied up.
12 tie rope checks, or 13 actually with the last one?
Sure.
Can I take 10 with
And
these?
that was also made on using.
'Cause I'm assuming I have some time to do this, right?
As long as Arthur's pinning them.
Alrighty. So let's see here. We're taking them one at a time and tying them up. Take the one that seems to be the first coming free of the strength check, free themselves, and then the next one who's also trying to do the same but is a little behind. That kind of stuff.
You want me to make
Alrighty.
pinning checks? Or do you want to just say I get them?
You
Please,
can,
let's not do that.
But you don't need
But
to.
we've already been around this town for a while. That's why I'm asking. Oh.
I'm assuming
Can
we
you all
can
hear
just
me?
do that. Take
Okay.
10.
Yep.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. I assume we get no response to my announcement since I haven't heard anything.
No.
Okay.
Alrighty, we tie them up then.
Let me know when everyone's done tying them up.
So where is everybody?
We're at the front
Kind
of
of
the
all
inn.
around the front of the inn.
And I think we've set somebody to go get the horses and the wagon.
Who is that?
I think it was suggested. I don't know if anyone actually did it.
That's probably Ruth running off to do that.
I was cutting pieces of rope for.
Oh, okay.
Close
I guess
to me.
I'll
Gotcha.
go and I'll ask Zook if he wishes to accompany me.
I just want to know the moment they're all tied up. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
come
but
with you
that.
for a moment.
Well, yeah, but it's not like they're going to be tied up in one moment. Like we have
I know,
time to go get
that's
the
why I
thing and then
said,
come back.
I just said it, but I'll go with you for the moment.
Cool. So they too go get the horses and wagons and such.
Alright.
They'll need to get 2 extra horses and the extra wagon from the gnomes.
Alright. You go to the stables and find
4
Your
horses.
your
Oh,
horses. Alright.
Yeah, we we get the horses, we get the wagon, and we start making our way back. Make sure everything's still inside.
Alright.
And
So it is morning now.
Took all night to tie him up.
Took all night to go all over town looking for people and stuff.
Gotcha.
they didn't seem
Alright.
like 8 hours, but I won't bitch about this too much.
Well, it was practically midnight when you guys detected evil and all that stuff, so it's about
True,
dawn.
we were already ready to turn in for the night when this started. Assuming they are all tied up now, using ghost sound, which would make this announcement 20 times the volume of the average human, and I will be using bluff, which I, in a 20 times human volume voice, say, "You will never see these gnomes again, and you will never finish your task unless you come out to face us. Worst case scenario, we will actually kill them to free them from your grasp."
Kind of rub my temples.
And I'm using a 28 bluff to do that at 20 times human volume.
Okay. 20 times, huh?
Yep. Ghost sound is 4 times. The volume is up to 4 times. So you produce as much noise as 4 normal humans per caster level, maximum 20 humans. I'm level 7, so 4 times 7 exceeds 20, so therefore 20 humans.
Alright.
I lean over to Zook and I say, perhaps it would not have been for the best to let them know that we were actually wanting them to follow us.
I look at him and says, "I thought you wanted to fight them. I'm trying to draw them out."
I shrug and I move off.
Alright. So you guys have them all in the wagons. Zook is shouting to the air. And you guys are heading back to the city? Or what?
No, we
Or
are.
to the wilderness, I thought.
Yeah, not near the road.
So that would be
Yeah.
northwest or southeast.
Southwest,
think-
you mean? I think we should
Well,
start heading
the road
on our
goes
way
that
toward
way,
Buray.
right?
Yeah, I guess we.
We
I mean,
can
we
parallel
don't-
the road.
Well, I turn to Alton and ask him, since he seems to have more knowledge of these creatures than I do, does he have an idea what distance they can affect their prey? Seems so
Make a
knowledgeable
knowledge
about
check
this.
about it.
Yeah.
I would love to look them up, but I can't do that. So make a knowledge.
Hence why I'm asking you.
33. My last use of the.
So, Bunko, does Alton know the distance they can affect their prey?
Well, it is a charm person type of spell. So, but it is a fairly permanent spell unless broken. Not
You know,
permanent.
charm
Yeah.
person doesn't like control their abilities, right?
Yep.
Makes them like that person more.
Yep.
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 They will do anything you want, except for kill themselves usually or hurt friends.
Charm person usually is limited around a day, max. Even like a 24th level caster.
Yep. So it's a charm person kind of spell. It can, yeah, it does. It does have a limited duration. Of,
It says 1 hour per level, so.
Yep.
You know, if it was a spell-like ability, I probably would have got it with Detect Magic earlier on in the day.
I don't think it does that for charm person.
Yeah, I think they actually have to be like actually enchanted for that to work. Like temporary effects, I don't think you get.
You can detect lingering auras, but that's minutes, not.
So it wouldn't stay around like a bright aura for if they're always under it. It would be, unless you're there right when they cast it.
Yeah.
If it was a supernatural ability, aka it has an SU next to it, it should be detectable by Detect Magic.
It is a charm. I can say this since my character knows charm person.
Charm person is a spell itself, yes, but
Enchantment charm.
Detect Magic detects almost every single magical influence upon a character. If it's not Detect Magicable, it's either psionic or it's just them naturally not using any abilities at all, just influencing someone.
The only way that you could detect it if it was overwhelming, and that's days. Everything else is in minutes.
What are you talking about?
Detect magic.
Detect Magic detects magic at all.
It says
Items.
magical auras. It depends on what your definition of aura is. Like,
Detect magic is like, well,
Detect Magic detects the presence or absence of magic. Auras are just there for, like, if a spell had been cast here in such and such time.
no, but the thing is, like, I have a divine aura around me because I am a cleric, and it is a good aura, and it is literally a permanent effect. So if you were detecting magic through a wall and somebody cast fireball, would you just be able to see the fireball through the wall anyway? It doesn't strike me as that.
No, I would detect that an evocation spell had been cast at such and such distance.
Yeah, but you weren't there when it was cast. Is the thing.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, because
There,
it should have
there's the
detected
link, everyone
something.
can read it.
Earlier, Detect Magic, I got absolutely nothing on the people.
No, you didn't get absolutely nothing. He said that you detect some small amounts.
Did I detect
said
it?
that,
The
and I thought
auras
that
are
was kind of
usually
interesting.
associated with magical items.
He didn't say at magical items. He just said
it does list
magic.
functioning spell as a spell or object of third level or lower as faint aura, blah 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 blah. So if any magical effect is active in any way, it comes up on Detect Magic as a faint aura.
Which technically makes Detect Magic one of the most overpowered cantrips ever, but free to change that, I guess.
So a mundane commoner would not come up on Detect Magic, but if he had one piece of magical equipment or was affected by a spell, he would. Or spell-like ability. Because they count the same way. But
Isn't Dungeons and Dragons a magical realm?
Yes. Detect magic.
Go blind
is-
every time you cast a spell.
Literally, it just says, "Look,
Some-
there's magic over there, everywhere."
Some days that is an option that you can do if you want to play it that way for overwhelming
completely
stuff.
negates the spell. every
that's
time you
over-
cast.
Overwhelming is like, like there's an
21st
artifact of a
level.
lost deity beyond the wall or something. Like a god cast a spell. That's what overwhelming is.
So what are we doing right now?
Well,
Arguing
we're
about
traveling.
detect
We're
magic, but
traveling
we're
away
traveling.
from it. I think the point of the argument
Which
was
way?
for future.
Yeah, the part with the
occurrences.
lingering aura, I
Yeah,
think.
well,
is
it came
Alright,
up when we started
I'm gonna go
talking about the
southeast
third person
because-
from the succubus.
No one seems to be saying anything.
As long as we're not crossing a road. So
Well,
I think we would be crossing a road.
I'm
so
I'm
no.
assuming the road goes that way,
towards the Tromso town.
or
yeah,
does it
so
go
we could
directly through the
parallel it.
forest?
I don't think. I guess that's for Bunko to answer. Did the gnomes build their town along the road, or did they just build a town?
Yes.
I mean, I
so it
assumed the
curves.
road went this way to go around the forest rather
Yeah,
than through
so-
it.
There's a road that goes right here, and then there's a road that basically goes down here to here.
Okay, we're probably gonna need roads eventually.
So does it go that way then this way, or does it
Just
go
go
between
southeast.
these two? Is it
just go southeast.
I move what 1, 2. No road
Why are we going away from Brewery?
because that's a road.
Well, we could
So-
follow the road, but be 200 meters off.
No, I would say definitely not.
Really?
Unless
No,
you want
because we don't
guards
want
from
people-
those towns to wander
Yeah.
across this.
Well,
while
we're
there's
not
a
going
bunch
to
of
go
gnomes
to
tied
the
up.
town.
You said no on the roads. Anybody passing on the road, seeing us with a shit ton of tied up gnomes, that's absolutely not. I mean, you can be free to argue that, but I would argue firmly against it. We need to just go out away from.
We have
people.
them tied up and gagged. We can have them underneath a canvas, like what's his
No,
face's
that-
canvas thing.
All right, we have one in favor of going that direction, and then one in favor of not going near any roads. Does anybody favor traveling along or parallel to the roads aside from Recluse?
For our current situation, I would not travel next to
No.
the road.
All right, so we're going southeast.
Okay, we travel for 1 day.
All right. The gnomes are starting to look like they are waking up from the spell.
We give them food and drink when they wake up.
We
Yeah.
ungag at least one of their mouths and see what they have to say.
They are not happy with you.
Of course not.
Define how they have changed.
They are no longer seeming to want to work, want to go back to the city to work and everything. They're more wanting to escape now. So minor change, but there is a behavior change that you notice.
I once again attempt to explain the situation to them, and now that they're no longer charmed, they should be able to reanalyze the situation without bias. They can still be mad about their situation, but I would think that they're not just going to be reticent like the entire way.
Unless they want to be succubus thralls.
Yeah, I attempt to assist. I assume with my
I mean, they could
control, I
possibly be
assume-
mind broken so badly that they can never be normal again. But
Nice. Between the two of us.
I guess that would be like nat 1 on their will saves. But
This is this is basically as we're trying to ungag them, get them into more comfortable positions, giving them some water and food, and just explaining the situation. Like, we've stopped. We're not traveling on a road, so there's no reason to just continue traveling.
Yeah, we explained to them we were trying to get them away from the evil influence.
They still do not want to be held.
Naturally.
I
They
asked-
seem to understand
They
now
are
what happened.
starting to view you all as captors.
So they don't listen, they don't understand, they're just mad at us.
Even with
You
my
guys have
26,
a
I can't.
major. You guys have a major deficit right now going against you, trust-wise.
Okay. Well, I'm going to cast Charm Person on the one that appears to be the leader of the group, if there is such a person. Damn straight.
You're gonna try to charm the person.
I assume that one of them has spoken up more loudly than the rest. Or
Okay.
Maybe mad.
You can say that there's one,
Okay.
but they're fairly mad in general.
I cast Charm Person on this person.
All right. Roll your dice.
So I rolled my d20 plus my casting stat. Is that how it works when it's being opposed? Trying to remember. I haven't had many opposed casting rolls, so I'm asking.
It's Charm Person spell.
Right.
Charm person, they get a will save against it. Otherwise, you improve their.
So I don't have to roll anything?
No,
Bunko
they do.
does.
I don't think so. Just Bunko.
Okay, so Bunko rolls. Okay. Yeah, I've currently got a 5 in my plus for charisma. If that matters.
I would think they get a +5 for the currently being threatened.
Well, that doesn't
aspect.
affect DC. Neither of those. It's
for
just
the
touches.
saving throw.
All right. You have charmed the gnome.
I think it's important to say how you are doing this because there are verbal and somatic components to Charm Person, which means you are having to say words and move your hands. So unless you're doing this in some sort of covert way, they're gonna notice this.
All the other 11. You bewitched him!
Yeah, I mean that's my fear here.
Yeah, do you happen to have 11 more of those spells on you by chance?
Charm
Well-
person mass.
To be honest.
Yeah.
Level
Be honest, we
1,
did kind of kidnap them away from their own village. Round 2.
I can do 4. I can do a total of 4 of those guys.
Yeah, how are you doing it though? Are you just literally doing it right in front of them?
No, not directly in front of them. You were talking to them. I was not. I was just within the distance I needed to be to do it, but
Okay.
not in obvious sight.
So about 40 feet away.
Yeah,
35, something like that.
there's plenty of stuff they can't see around, like the rest of the wagon, the horses, y'all.
Should be noted you have to see them, I think, but you could
get
be
my
looking at their
point.
backs.
You get the point. Okay, so now that the important guy is charmed, I attempt to reason with him again. Roll my Diplo again, I assume.
They become a trusted friend and ally. That's what the charm makes him happen. So I don't think you need a Diplo anymore.
Oh, okay.
All right. He's telling the others to calm down. Everything will be fine. The others are telling him to fuck off.
Scroll up and see my earlier comment.
All right, I ask if somebody can watch them for a second. I would like to talk with the group away from them.
Well, since I'm a gnome and they're a gnome, I'll go talk. I'll attempt to reason with them some more. While
Thank you,
do
Zook.
that.
So I guess we move, out of earshot of the gnomes. I just